Everyone. What I'm about to tell you is so important that if you choose not to listen to the end, it could mean that you will not be prepared for what's going to happen in the coming weeks. I don't want to scare you or create panic unnecessarily, but I believe that I have sufficient experience and understanding of how this country is run and what's going on in the ruling party to allow me to make a calculated guess. If you believe that the last attacks were a coincidence and it was unplanned, please think again. Let's look at the facts. On the night Zuma was arrested, his supporters warned that they will bring the country to a standstill and reset the economy, whatever that means. Many thought this was a joke, but what followed was an orchestrated attempt at destabilizing the government. A high level task team from the Hawks are investigating these attacks, and already names of ANC members, both municipal officials and party administrators, are named as those behind this first attack. They set up WhatsApp groups and conversations were intercepted, which found the planning of the attacks were done before they actually took place. If you're still not convinced that this was a planned attack, wait till you hear this. A container of ammunition was diverted from Cape Town to Durban. If you look at the thousands of containers alongside the Durban harbour, you will never know what's inside them. On the night the looting took place, someone actually went to this container, which was on the third level, and broke into it. Guess what they stole? 1.5 million rounds of ammunition, which was later used in attacks on civilians and the police. How did these people know that the container contained bullets? You are going to ask the question, where are the firearms if you have only the ammunition? In the past 10 years, thousands of firearms have mysteriously disappeared from the police and the army. They are now in the hands of criminals. And guess what? They all take 9mm bullets, the same that was found in the container. All of this may be known to you, but what I'm going to tell you now is what you have not heard of before. I believe the new attack is coming. It's a coup d'etat, an overthrow of the government. This is all related to Zuma. Do not underestimate the influence and power of Zuma. Doing so will be at your own peril. Ramaphosa and his advisors did that, and look at what happened. Over 300 South Africans are dead. 150,000 people don't have a job, and over 50 billion rand in damages. Ramaphosa realized this. His own cluster, security, they failed him. He reshuffled his cabinet, but that won't make any difference. You see, Zuma loyalists and those who trained under Zuma are all strategically deployed in key state departments. The next attack won't be like what happened last week. We won't see the looters and we won't see the malls burning. It's our national key points that they will target. Let's take an example. The Durban Heights water purification plant. It supplies water to half of Durban. If someone quietly drops a bottle of poison inside there, thousands of Durbanites will die. It's so easy to destroy water and electricity infrastructure. You've seen it happening in the past week. Millions will be in darkness and without water. How many of you are prepared for that? Cell phone towers will be targeted and all signals will be lost. We won't be able to communicate with each other. If one oil tank is bombed in Isipingo, it will destroy Durban. You see, those on the inside who knew about the container of ammunition are the same ones who know all about the weak links in our state security. The next attack will have a far more devastating effect, and we will be helpless in the face of this insurrection. The ammunition and the guns will be handed to thugs to shoot innocent people. So a racial war will start. African, Indians, coloreds, and whites will be at war with each other. White South Africans are already alerted to this and are busy preparing themselves. They're stocking up for 3 months, and because they have the financial means and resources, they are buying water storage tanks and installing solar power and generators. Many of them are planning to leave the country. I ask you whether you can afford this now. If you can't, will you be able to survive the next attack? After knowing all of this, and as a compassionate leader who genuinely loves my people, I want to offer the only solution which I think is available to prevent this from happening. The one person at the heart of all these attacks and the planned coup is an elderly former president, Jacob Zuma. Ramaphosa is being warned again, and only he can resolve this problem before it's too late and save the country. He needs to meet Zuma and sort this shit out, and quickly too.